Alright, today I'm going to show you how to embarrass horrors beyond mortal comprehension with God's caliber 9mm. But yes, it's been about 2 weeks since my last video. I totally forgot that my last video was me playing Elden Ring Night Rain and raging my brains out. But speaking of which, I'm going to do a big update for that game soon. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, we're here back on more Black Ops 6. I'm going to talk about, in the 2 weeks that I've been gone, all the things that have happened in regards to Black Ops 7, especially in terms of zombies. But yeah, while I do that, I figured, since I've been gone for so long, I should do something somewhat meaningful in this video and continue my way through soloing all the Black Ops 6 Easter eggs. So I've done Liberty Falls, I've done Terminus, so now I'm going to be doing the Citadel Easter egg, and I'm going to be using, like I said at the beginning of the video, the new Skull Splitter attachment. I say new, it's been in the game for a while at this point, but I'm going to be using the Akimbo 9mm with the Skull Splitter barrel. So yeah, I've seen videos of people using this, and yeah, it seems really, really good. But yeah, before we get into the video, if you do enjoy this random horseshit and feel like going the extra mile, then liking the video and subscribing to the channel would be very much appreciated. There's also this Nuketown event going on, which I don't know why every event in Call of Duty is not themed around their own games, but whatever. Anyways, there's this new attachment in here, which I've also seen people use, which seems really good. I remember the PPSH being not super great, especially in zombies, but I don't know if they buffed it or whether it's this attachment specifically that makes it do more damage, but I'll probably use this at some point. I didn't even realize this. They added a new camo into this, which, Modern Warfare 3 gets a lot of shit, especially in terms of its campaign. But one thing they did right was the multiplayer, generally speaking, especially all the rewards for their events, which were mostly camos, which is very nice. Yeah, I can't remember what the last thing I talked about in terms of Black Ops 7. I think it was the initial reveal for the game where they teased the zombies right at the end was the last thing that I remember talking about in that Night Rain video. So yeah, since then, in the 2 weeks, there's been a bunch of details about the game that have come out, and there was supposed to be a week of zombies news that we were supposed to get starting yesterday, but that didn't happen, and they even mentioned it in one of their videos on the main Call of Duty YouTube channel. But yeah, they later went and re-edited that video and uploaded it again, and that part was cut out, so that was very strange. But they did clarify that they delayed that sort of news cycle for zombies by a week. So yeah, I am glad that we're going to be getting a long period of time where there's going to be news about zombies specifically, because that's the part of the game that I'm most excited for, obviously. And yeah, Black Ops 7, generally speaking, the opinions on it online being very divisive is going to be interesting. I very much feel like it's going to be another Modern Warfare 3 situation where not only are we getting a direct sequel to a game right after the previous entry came out, but also I don't think Black Ops 6 is nearly as bad as Modern Warfare 2, and I didn't even necessarily hate Modern Warfare 2, but it's just more so Infinity Ward's stubbornness and refusal to change their game based on feedback is sort of sticking point with that game. But regardless, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a similar situation where BO7 is probably going to be a pretty decent game. I'll be surprised if it's not at least as good as this game, but that remains to be seen until the actual game comes out. Which there was this rumor that I saw literally as of this recording that the BO7 release date might be pushed up a little bit. So I mean, if that's the case, that'll be cool, I guess. But I would really like to I can't say Tua without wanting to jump out of a window. The internet is ruining basic speech for me, and I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, with BO7 and Battlefield 6 both being games that I want to play, I've mentioned this before, I do want to slowly go through the process of upgrading my computer. And speaking of which, let me kill these zombies really quick. Grab the nuke. Oh, it disappeared. All right, I'll go fuck my own. Yeah, let me pause this and actually go grab this. And actually, for the probably first time in a very long time, actually switch to this different camera angle. And yes, I've slowly started buying more parts for upgrading my computer. I figured the most important thing, all right, let me show it like this so you can actually see what it is. Yeah, the first thing that I said I should probably buy in this probably very long process was a new motherboard, because all the other parts that I want to buy, one, are either more expensive and also require a new motherboard. Anyways, I can't just buy a new CPU, a new graphics card, or new RAM, because my motherboard is old enough that it does not support newer things like a DDR5 RAM and newer GPUs, and the CPU that I want, which is a 9800 X3D. Yeah, my motherboard does not support Ryzen CPUs, so I'm not trying to game at 4K ultra settings constantly with ray tracing enabled. I fucking hate ray tracing, but I would like to be able to play games at 1440p at decent settings at a higher frame rate than above 60. I almost died trying to grab that insta-kill. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, the next thing I want to buy, which will probably be one of the more expensive things, is the CPU, and I think the GPU will probably be the last thing that I buy. Once I get a CPU, I'll probably be able to, I can install that into the motherboard, and I would probably need to buy a new cooler as well, because I don't think the cooler that I have can be mounted onto a Ryzen CPU, but I don't think that'll be that expensive, even if I get like an AIO. I could probably get away with using an air cooler, but having an AIO makes me feel better. Yeah, these guns aren't like, my voice just cracked there, holy shit. 25 years old, by the way. Yeah, these guns are like decent right now, just the way they are, but I feel like these guns get really good once you like pack a bunch of them and everything. Oh yeah, I forgot, I'm doing an Easter egg. I should probably pop my Perkaholic. I think I have like 11, 12 of these. Well, so I don't have a lot. I've seen tweets of people who have like 99 of every ultra gobblegum. It's insane. But yeah, I don't use them besides these videos where I'm playing fucking Easter eggs or when I'm doing Easter eggs with my friends. So I really have no reason not to. Although they are going to be carried forward into BO7 among a few other things, which yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. But back to the PC stuff really quick before I get sidetracked again. Slowly making my way through the level now that I have 12,000 points. But yeah, I should be able to, if I pay attention to my finances correctly, I should be able to buy the CPU and a cooler. The only thing that they're worried about is that because I'm not like building a completely new PC, I'm sort of upgrading the things that I need to, and the things that I don't need to necessarily, I'm going to sort of keep in my current computer. So I think I'm pretty much changing everything besides the case and the power supply. Now the only thing that I'm worried about is that my power supply might be old enough. I don't know if it's going to support all the newer components that I'm going to be buying. It is a 1,000-watt power supply, so that should be good enough for components that I'm using, but I mean, I guess we'll see. If I have to also buy a new power supply, then so be it. But I mean, these aren't bad at all, really, on Pack-a-Punch even. It's just the fire rate is really slow, but I mean, that's fair because you get basically marksman rifle damage on a handgun. So get that blue. And I could go do the mandatory crank a lever step while zombies are attacking you. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is that my power supply might not be able to, be compatible with all of these newer components, but I guess the only way to figure out is to wait and see. I don't think the RX 9070 XT requires like a 12 volt high power connector, whatever it's called, the things that are like used for 4090s and shit. But let me punch these locks open with my bare hands really quick. You mind, sir? God, melee macchiato is such a cool perk. Too bad it's abysmal dog shit for actually meleeing enemies with. Now, doing this step and actually trying to do the Easter egg, I was really confused about this because I would do the step, unlock the Pack-a-Punch, and then go talk to Craft to, start the Easter egg and whatever. And a lot of the times it would just like stop spawning zombies after you have that conversation with him. And I don't know why. And I think what I figured out after actually testing it for more than 5 seconds is that you have to leave these parasites alive, because usually I kill everything before I kill the Doppelgast, but come over here and Pack-a-Punch these, and I'm gonna come over here and have this conversation, and if the zombies stop spawning, I'm gonna be very upset. Yeah, the zombies either die or run away. So I have the music disabled for my videos for the most part, so I can add my own. But yeah, the music on this map I actually really like a lot. It very much gives that sort of like BO3 fantasy vibes that game had. I feel like the story for this game was really like up until Citadel, or I guess the Tomb, the 2 launch maps, and then Citadel. Like the story was really ramping up to be super cool, but then the Tomb happened and made everybody want to jump off of a cliff. But then Shattered Veil happened, and then people were like super excited again. And then the Reckoning happened, and then people like, well, the Reckoning happened. I don't know what else I need to explain to you. Have you seen the internet after that map came out in terms of the story? But okay, so yeah, after this conversation, if you killed all the zombies and then had this conversation, the game would glitch out, and then zombies wouldn't spawn afterwards, and then you would just be stuck on around. It was very confusing, but thankfully that doesn't seem to have happened here. So once I kill these parasites, that around should advance, and if it doesn't, I'll cry and piss and shit everywhere. I could get it did. We're not gonna be stuck in 0 zombies purgatory. But yeah, I need to remember I'm not like playing the game to just like go through rounds. I'm actually trying to do the Easter egg. So I basically know how to do everything. Not everything. I know how to build the swords, and that's about it really. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But yeah, I believe I have to get to round 10 before the zombies actually start spawning. So, or the buckethead zombies, I should say. So yeah, we're just gonna do that really quick. But yeah, last thing about new PC parts and everything. Hopefully the parts that I do buy are compatible with each other, and by parts I mean the power supply. But yeah, regardless, it's gonna take a while for me to actually buy all those parts, especially the more expensive things like the GPU. What do I want to do? I should probably buy armor, and then let me open up the map a little bit so I can, be prepared to go grab all the stuff that I need. Open this. Let me buy data wire. I don't know what Treyarch's obsession is with requiring dead wire for Easter egg steps, but I mean, fuck it, we ball, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna take me a while to buy some of those parts, especially if I have to buy a new power supply. It's gonna take even longer, but I don't know, maybe I should like stream more or something. I don't know. I mean, being more consistent on this channel, generally speaking, is probably a good idea. But yeah, speaking of, I'll get into it now. BO7, you know, I don't remember whether it was actually confirmed at any point, you know, before the announcement that they made, but people were assuming, and me included, were assuming that the game was going to have carry forward like with MW2 and Modern Warfare 3, you know, direct sequels to each other. They introduced carry forward as like a thing. And again, I don't remember if it was confirmed for BO7 at any point, like officially, but yeah, recently they did, let me grab that stamp. Which one do I want to do first? I'll probably do the dragon one first since it's fast. I could probably actually do it just right now. But yeah, no, everybody's been going on about how, like, you know, the identity and visually of the games is like degraded over time because of like microtransactions and all the skins and whatever. And I've stated what I, you know, think about that. But yeah, they recently came out and announced that there was not going to be carry forward for Black Ops 7, which in terms of keeping like the visual identity of the game, you know, Black Ops 7, you know, I don't think that's an entirely bad thing because obviously all the operator bundles, you know, it would be only things from BO7. At the same time, people are probably correct in assuming that, you know, in the later seasons, they're probably going to start selling, you know, crazy skins again. But like, I don't even mind crazy skins as long as they like fit relatively within the game. And, you know, like, the game that, you know, like a Modern Warfare game having like any sort of fantastical skins sort of like breaks the immersion of that. But I feel like with the Treyarch games, specifically because, you know, they have zombies in it, the sort of art style of the game doesn't have to be as grounded as, say, like a Modern Warfare game. Now granted, when they have like realistic skins, you know, people often complain because like the skins are boring. You know, we all remember like Modern Warfare 2 for the longest time when they didn't have super wacky skins for a while. People were complaining. And then the skins were interesting, but yeah, we got the dragon sword, by the way. But yeah, regardless of, you know, all that, the no carry forward for BO7 was announced a while ago, and you know, it made people happy because, again, people are tired of seeing wacky skins in like military first-person shooters, and especially because Battlefield announced that their skins are going to stay relatively grounded. You know, even if you look at the like the pre-order skins that they have in their game, I think that's like pushing. I think that for Battlefield, that's going to be like the limit of how like crazy they actually get, because Battlefield getting, you know, positive reception to that in their community and just general like internet feedback. You know, Call of Duty, Activision probably looked at that and like, okay, we should probably like not tone back, because I guarantee you they've already had stuff made and ready to, you know, sell in the store. So I'll be surprised if it sticks to like an entirely, you know, futuristic BO7 aesthetic, regardless of the feedback on the visuals. But something interesting they did do recently, so the Vault edition of BO7 has been, you know, available for pre-order forever, and you could see all the like the skins that you get and the blueprints and whatever. One of these skins that is available in the Vault edition is Ted from, you know, BO2 from Transit, and I'm gonna actually do the stag sword next. I don't know why I want to do it, I just for vibes, I guess. Grab you, and then I need to go down here and grab the cattle prod that spawns on a armored zombie. Die. Yoink. Come over here by Deadshot and grab this one. And the last one is, oh yeah, it's over by the Speed Cola. But yeah, I'll be honest, there's 4 operators with skins in the Vault edition, and I'll be perfectly honest, the only one that actually looks decent is Reaper, the robot, and that's because he's a robot. Yeah, all the other ones are like, especially the 2 human characters, like those look not good at all. But the Ted one, I don't like it visually speaking, but I understand what it is that they're going for. Obviously Ted being like a civilian bus driver robot in BO2, you know, obviously the apocalypse fucking happens, so he's like all destroyed and messed up, which makes him look way cooler than he probably normally did. You know, it's sort of the BO7 version was like Ted with like his face and everything. Also, a little detail that I didn't notice until it was pointed out on like Twitter was that he's like, he has a bunch of Wonder Weapon parts like integrated into his body. I think it's the ray gun, the wave gun from Moon, and the thunder gun, which is really interesting. And that's besides the point. Recently, they put out a little post showing that they've actually changed Ted's design so he looks more like his BO2 version with like the ripped face. You can see like the robotic skeleton underneath. It looks really cool, honestly. And they said that they were going to have upcoming changes for the other Vault edition skins as well. At least that's what I believe they said. So, I mean, people are like calling it out, saying like, oh, they're only making these changes because, you know, their perception of the game is like so split and in the toilet for a lot of people, but which I don't doubt that, you know, they're changing things because the perception of the game, which is not even out yet, is like not super positive. But at the same time, I do want to give some credit because like clearly redesigning operator skins or like visual assets generally is like super, it's not something that you can just like do. I'm sure it's not like, you know, as intensive as like changing fundamental game mechanics or anything like that, because, you know, it's just a player model. But is that the last one? It is. Put that in there. Yoink.
Getting some big Zeus energy here.
He left his son Durandal, the lightning blade. Alas,
I love Craft's little like lore blurbs for all the different swords. It's really cool. Do I have another stamp? I don't. Let me actually come in here and grab the antique. I can't tell what that is. Let me buy the light men for these because triggering dead wires, I don't want to accidentally kill zombies. But yeah, I'm surprised that they're even willing to change the design of like their character models like at all. I assumed because of, you know, things like Liberty Falls and people were talking about the aesthetic. They did change it, you know. When that map was first revealed, people were complaining that it wasn't like zombies looking enough, which I agreed with. And they did change it, not a lot. They changed it very slightly when the game actually came out. But I feel like changing skins in their next game is like way bigger than even changing the lighting on the map slightly. Now let me go pack punch again because I've been yapping and I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Over here, do this. I should probably do the line sword next. I'm gonna do the void sword last just because I'm probably gonna sit in front of that dial wondering what fucking bone piece I picked up because I still can't even tell what it is. Can you tell what that is? I can't. Oh, I just one-shot that doppelgas. That's crazy. But yeah, would they be making these changes if their perception online of the game was not in the gutter? Probably not, but I mean, that's what it takes for, you know, big companies like Activision and the developers, you know, to make changes, period, is to, you know, if you're unsatisfied with an aspect of any game. I forgot to, oh wait. Oh, he stole that. Fuck. All right, well, I'm going to grab this and then quickly run to the door over here so I can smack this door. This is probably going to be the sword I take into the boss fight. Granted, I don't think I'm actually going to need the sword all that much, but just having one makes me feel slightly safer than not at all. All right. The light vermin being the slowest zombie imaginable. It's crazy because they fucking fly, but whatever. We take those. Swinging the sword around is not going to be good for my points, but I also don't want to die, so. Oh my god. I think I need one more, but I think all the light parasites are no longer here, so that's slightly upsetting. Hello, Doppelgast. Goodbye, Doppelgast. There's one more. Come here. Do I need one more or do I need two more? Oh, no, that was the last one. Sick. Okay, I'm going to keep that there, and then I'm actually going to go to the fucking bathroom because I'm drinking water. I need to piss. So I'll be right back. I've returned from my piss break, and I completely forgot what I was talking about. But if you've watched any of my videos in the past, then you're probably used to that. Oh, I just realized I don't have a gun to shoot the symbols. Hold on, let me spin the box.
Enjoy the anticipation. Not a good psychological indicator.
Hey, give me, okay, well, all right, I'll just be careful in ADS, I guess. Let's go in here. And we're going to come over here, murder both of you, put the sword in there, and shoot you, and then shoot you, and then shoot you, and then shoot you. There you go. I remember, I think this was the sword. Did I look up how to do this in my first Citadel video? Or did I figure this out by myself? I don't actually remember. By the way, this is the first sword that I ever made on this map, so yeah, that's neat, I guess. Also, the inspect animations for the swords in this map are they're so cool. We're gonna come over here and put this in there, and then we're gonna grab the final sword, the Raven sword, and I guess I might as well just go do this now. Come down here to the basement, put the sword in there, or put my thing in there. What is this? It's a scorpion. Okay, this is the part. This is the only sword that I still have to look up what all the different things mean. So I put the sword in there, and then this is upside down triangle, and then it's that's that one. Is it this one? Is it this one? I can't actually see the picture all that clearly, so I'm just gonna submit this, and if it's wrong, I'm gonna punch myself in the testicles. But
Didn't quite nail that.
fuck. Is it this one? And then this one? There we go. And then we have to do this goofy step with the portal and the balls. There's actually really cool music that plays while you're doing this step, but again, I have the music disabled. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about with the skins and everything, basically they announced that there's gonna be no carry forward period for BO7, and for the sake of the multiplayer, you know, keeping the identity like you know, futuristic and within that setting, I feel like is important. But at the same time, in the zombies mode, I feel like that matters less. You know, maybe if it were still a game like, you know, World at War or BO1 where the aesthetic was like very clear, that would matter more. But I mean, even in that game, you go to fucking Shangri-La for God's sake. So although I feel like the rest of the maps are pretty much like pretty grounded, I guess you also go to the fucking moon. But my point being is that, yeah, in these newer games, I don't think the aesthetic of the characters specifically matter as much as it does for things like multiplayer. And, you know, with the game being a direct sequel to Black Ops 6, people were like, oh, what about the Easter egg rewards for, you know, the Zombies crew, since they are going to be playable in BO7? And, yeah, they recently came out and announced that the Easter egg completion skins that you got for, you know, in this game for the Requiem crew are going to be carry forwarded. I know how to speak English, by the way. They're going to carry forward into Black Ops 7, which I feel like ultimately is a good decision. You know, the time that, you know, people put into this game in terms of doing the Easter eggs is, you know, not going to be totally wasted. By the way, hello, it's the coolest sword in the entire game.
Strike from the shadows, but fight for the light.
Come over here, shoot that. Pick this up. I will say though, I feel like there are skins, like bundle skins from the store, that I feel like still fit the zombies aesthetic. I mean, Maya has a Mr. Peak skin, for God's fucking sake, but yeah, I feel like if you like nudge on that anymore than they've already have, then it's sort of like, okay, well, why isn't there full carry forward period? Because yeah, I'm just talking about the skins. Like, there's still no weapon carry forward in BO7 period, which I do feel like, I guess, for the balance of the game, quote unquote, it's a fucking PvE game mode. But my point being is, you know, they don't have to worry about balancing the maps in that game around things like the fucking Maelstrom or half the shit that they added into this game that is like super overpowered. What was I doing here? I don't actually remember. I'm gonna take this, I guess, so I can get the other thing, the Raven.
Was it a raven? Very ominous.
There you go. Let me grab that. I remember I somehow figured out how to do the light incantation without looking anything up, but I completely forgot how to do it. Let me come over here and upgrade the rarity of my guns again. Oh, the zombie died. Well, that's fucking unfortunate. We here grab this one. But yeah, for the most part, I think not carrying over weapons is like, for balancing, is like an okay decision. Although it kind of sucks not being able to see things like the Olympia or PPSH carry forward into the next game, especially for zombies. But get electrocuted there. I forget what you're supposed to do after this. I think I literally just have to go pick it up over here. Yeah, there it is. Grab you. And then put that there. And I don't actually know if you have to get lightning kills specifically, but I'm going to pull this out and use it just in case. See, this one is done now. Let me smack this open so I can actually... Oh, over here not paying attention, almost getting myself killed. And I guess I'll go downstairs and do the void one, since I believe I just have to go down there with the Talon. Unless I'm mistaken. But put you there. Grab you. Come on here. Put this in here. Yep, I was correct. All right. So now I just have to get kills in here, I believe. And then smack this open. I want to use a special ability on this, but I also don't want to end the round because that would actually be not wise to do. I'll come over here and buy armor. And then let me actually grab the... What do I want to do next? I want to do the lion one. Where the fuck is the sword at? Put this back. Come over here and grab this. But yeah, I guess I'm just like surprised that they're budging at all on the whole like microtransaction aesthetic and everything, and even going back on some of the carry forward stuff they announced. Do I really just need to shoot this? Where is it? Oh, there you go. Do I actually have to shoot it from like the specific angle so it can move a certain way? I think I do. Yeah, you do. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Anyways, there's gonna be like so much whiplash from people when, you know, they get a game from Sledgehammer and Treyarch, who are both willing to listen to feedback. It's going to be a rude awakening when Infinity Ward's next game comes out and they don't change a fucking thing. That one. Do that one. And then do this one. There we go. And then, where the fuck does this one go? I think it goes like here somewhere. There you go. Okay, I just can't grab the brooch. You'll have to see it. All right, grab that. All right, put you in there. Is this a step where I have to run around, or I just kill things with this? I think I just kill things, right? Yeah. God, mindlessly spamming melee with the swords is just, it's so satisfying. Well, it's already done. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back over here. And then, yeah, I guess I'll do the dragon one now. I think I need Molotovs actually to do this, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I don't think you can do this with I almost called it a blast furnace. What the fuck is it called? Napalm burst, but whatever. Where is... Okay, well, I have one Molotov. Fucking sick. I have to light 3 pyres on fire, which is very reminiscent of Der Eisendrache. That's what this map basically is. It's like mini Der Eisendrache, because I don't think anything on this map is nearly as complicated as the stuff on Der Eisendrache. I'll be perfectly honest. Alright, if I miss this, I'm gonna eat a hat. I fucking missed. I have another chance. I can buy another Molotov. Time to waste all my salvage for the next like 3 rounds trying to do this. I generally wonder if Napalm Burst would actually work. If it does and I'm just wasting salvage, I'm gonna piss and shit everywhere. How did I overshoot that? That's crazy. Alright, well, I'll be back once I fucking learn how to throw a bottle correctly. So, anyways, I'm here. I want to see how much damage these do against the, against an elite. That's not bad damage, although it would be helpful if I could shoot the boss for more than 5 seconds. Is it dead? Okay, it died. Good. All right, I'm gonna buy Napalm Burst just to see if that actually helps, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be fucking pissing, shitting, and crying. Come over here, buy this. I don't think it works. That's actually upsetting. Deeply on like an emotional level. All right, I'll be right back. Also, what kind of a fucked up universe do we live in where max ammos don't refill your grenades? Just asking. Also, I found out that you can use the sword ultimate to actually set these things on fire. So let me see. Is this one gonna work? Yes, it is. Okay, well, I only need to do one more now. So hello, Doppelgast. Goodbye, Doppelgast. What's there's still a zombie alive? Why did it? Oh, whatever. I think the last one is like over here somewhere. Where is it? Okay, hello. Try to grab me, idiot. Oh, I killed him. Okay, I didn't even realize. I was just shooting into a crowd of zombies and he died. Where's the last one at? I don't actually remember. I just literally read where it was and I can't find it now. Isn't it like over here somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Blow that up so I can fucking see. That was it, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, good. It should be the last group of zombies that need to spawn for this. And I believe once I kill them, I just like pick up the relic, so... Oh, hello. Here, where do I put this exactly? I genuinely don't remember where you're supposed to put this. It should just pop up once I run past it, right? Oh, I thought I had the Mr. Peaks field upgrade equipped. Okay, well, I'll equip that really quick after I find out where this fucking thing is. Oh, there it is. I literally ran by that spot like 3 times already, but whatever. Anyways. And it's already done. All right, cool. So now that that's open, this is now where I have to refer back to my guide because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, before I do that, I'm going to get to the end of this round, though. It's super weird because, like, I am generally looking forward to BO7, which I feel like is not an opinion that a lot of people share. Like, the multiplayer seems like it's going to be pretty fun. And if it's going to be more akin to Modern Warfare 3, like, you know, people are saying it's going to be, in terms of, like, its post-launch support and everything, then that'd be really cool. Because I didn't realize how much until, like, thinking about it after the fact. But, yeah, whenever there was an event that had, like, a cool camo at the end of it, and some of the camos were, like, not great, but... when it was a cool camo, I would often do the event and play the game more than I normally would. Let me put the sword back. I'm literally like 800 points off of being able to pack 3. That's upsetting. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go to... where is it? Where stamina up is. Where's that? Oh, it's the crystal. There should be 4 pages in this room that I need to pick up. They shouldn't be super hard to find.
Yes! Historical artifact.
There's 1... there's 2. There should be 1 on one of these seals somewhere. Yeah, there's 3. And the last one should be in this room somewhere. But yeah, and for the zombies, you know, I'm excited for that, obviously. But with the narrative stuff is obviously not super inspiring, you know, coming off of BO6, especially how strong it started and, you know, where it sort of went. But, you know, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, well, if they manage to sort of salvage and, you know, pull it together in BO7, then it'll be fine, because obviously I don't like making excuses for multi-billion-dollar companies or the developers that they own, for that matter. But because, you know, Treyarch is not a small studio, they know what the fuck they're doing, but obviously there are circumstances outside of their control that impact their development. Where the fuck is this last piece of paper? Oh, there it is.
I swear this owl jackass lured us here just
if we come down here, there should be a wall, which I believe is right here. If you punch it, the melee macchiato, it should reveal this.
About time we got some ancient decoding shenanigans thrown in the mix, eh?
Gray, you would like to shit. But what we need to do now is go all the way back to spawn and note the order of a bunch of different objects that have numbers on them that correspond with the symbols on that wall. And I'm very glad I'm not like a world's first Easter egg person, or else doing shit like this would drive me insane. But yeah, I am generally interested in BO7 zombies just to see what they're even going to be able to do. Because obviously I want it to be good, but with the way that BO6 ended up narrative-wise, it's not inspiring the most confidence. I am in fact holding my camera up to my monitor to take a picture of all 6 of these fucking objects, because if you could actually memorize all this shit without having to like write it down or take a picture or anything, then you should be like gambling in Vegas and not playing fucking video games. But yeah, there are 6 of these things that I need to find. Just 2. How I managed to find those in order is beyond me, I'll be perfectly honest. This is 3. This is 4, right? I'm not an idiot. 5 would be VI and not IV. And then 5 would be... I'm running out of places to look, which is surprising because this place isn't that fucking big. I found 6. So I need to find 5. Where the fuck is 5 at? Can it be downstairs? I don't think so, but I mean, I'll check. I think it's going to be in the bar, but it's on the off chance that it's down here. I don't think it is. Okay. If my eyeballs could fucking work, that'd be amazing. Oh, there we go. That's 5. And then 6 is right here. I'm also excited to see what like news they're gonna have for the entirety of a week, because I feel like to have a week full of news, unless it's like literally gonna be like one thing every single day, which I feel like would not be a good look for the dev team and the game. Yeah, they said it's so much stuff that they can't even fit it all into a single week. So whatever that means, you know, I am excited to see what they are going to talk about, because I feel like people do want to see a relatively like larger shift in terms of the gameplay mechanics. Feels like Cold War to BO6 was sort of like a refinement of the existing mechanics in Cold War, but I feel like people really want to see like a shake up in terms of just the way things work, which I mean, for one of the things, I'm pretty sure armor is already confirmed to be in the game, so I don't know how significantly that's going to change, if at all, so we'll have to wait and see about that specifically. But yeah, before I continue yapping, let me actually come over here and do this. So I believe I just have to shoot these. I don't have to melee them. If I have to melee them, I'm going to scream. So the first one is that one, and then the next one is this one, and then the next one is that one, and then the next one is this one, and then the next one is... No, god damn it.
Eureka! Success.
Oh, wow, that worked even though I thought I messed up. Okay, well, now I have to go use a bunch of traps, which, you know, the beginning of a new round is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because there's actually zombies to do this with now. So I love how when there's multiple pieces of armor on the ground and you run over it and it doesn't pick all of them up. That's awesome. That's very Destiny 2 gambit of you, Treyarch. Thank you. I gave myself PTSD by saying that, by the way.
It's a code! This day keeps getting better and better.
God, Gray, you're such a fucking nerd. All right, now with this, I believe I have to use the traps that are on the floor in this order. I believe it's left to right, like, you know, reading a fucking book, which I know is not the strong suit of some Americans, but bear with me. We'll get through this together. But you have to do them in this specific order, so I'm going to see if I can find them without, like, losing my mind. That'd be nice. No, not that one. Do you have to do these in a specific order? Can you just do them however you want? I guess we'll see, but I'm going to do them in order just to be safe. No, not that one. No, not that one either. All right, well, this is going splendid. But yeah, I think BO7, you know, in regards to just the game in general, I think it's going to be like a mechanically sound game, if not, you know, better than BO6 at the very least, which I've always maintained that this game is not bad. I think a lot of the controversies surrounding this game, you know, sort of warranted the reputation that it currently has. And then the post-launch support in terms of content, yeah, it's not any different than any of the other Call of Duty games recently, but just in terms of the sort of like tone deafness of like, you know, the collab events and other things like that. Where the fuck is this eyelash fucking guy? Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Take the win, Elizabeth.
You have to kill enemies with these projectiles.
Tell me, did
There you go, that one's done. You have to actually kill them with the projectiles that spawn from you when you activate a trap, and not actually with your gun, which is odd, but whatever. We move. But yeah, I think it'll be a very like you know, a good game mechanically, but whether or not they sort of tighten up on things like meaningful events and the sort of narrative, especially in terms of zombies, is going to be the big question marks for me personally. And also if they sort all the shit out with like their voice actors and everything, because obviously I have no idea what they're doing for the story in BO7 for zombies, but if they wrote Samantha Maxis out of the story purely because they, you know, didn't want to deal with the voice actors strike and, you know, the response from fans regarding her non-inclusion in the game after launch, which again doesn't even really make sense. They would write out of the story because they could just hire a new voice actor like they did with literally all the other actors over the years that they've done this with. But yeah, that would be super lame if they did that, because yeah, I feel like Samantha as a character, her sort of arc, I guess, in this game, or a lack of an arc, is not super satisfying. Yeah, I'm running around and yapping. Is this the next one I have to do? It might actually be. I think it is. It's just an eyeball with a circle around it. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be enough zombies to actually do this with, so I'm just gonna kill them. I could also go pack a bunch of my guns again. I'll do that after I do the rest of these. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pick up BO6 or Battlefield BO6. These fucking game names and how similar they sound. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick up a Battlefield 6 or Black Ops 7 like at launch if I'm, you know.
You've got to figure this out, Elizabeth.
Wow, that was fast. I was in the middle of talking and it finished. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up either of those games at launch if I'm, you know, focused on the PC upgrading. But we'll wait and see, I guess. You know, I'm just going to take this. I don't fucking care. Alright, I'll just get spawn camped by the fucking zombies crawling out the window. It's fine. I believe it's this one? Yes, it is. Wow, that was fast. Holy shit. And the last one is... Oh, I actually did it out of order. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter then. No, it's not that one. It might have been the one outside that I was just looking at. Or maybe it's this one. No, it is not this one. Also, I just remembered I was going to go pack a punch and I literally was down there and then I just didn't do it because I'm smart. Is this one? It is this one. Come over here.
That's what happens when you bring teeth and claws to a gunfight.
Now that that's done, I should be correct. So the next thing I have to do is totally not looking at the guide that I don't have pulled up on my other monitor because I know these Easter eggs by heart. I might have messed this up because I did it out of order, but I guess we'll see. I did them out of order. Well, fuck me. All right. Well, my phone auto-rotated when I put it down and I was misreading it because I was fucking reading it sideways. All right, well, I thought I did this in the right order. I guess not. Okay, well, let's try this again. The next one is the 4-pronged one. It is this one. Okay, this is the next one. Okay, well, I have to go through another round, so that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Anyways, I feel like I'm going like behind pace. I might still be, but at the same time, my gun isn't even fully upgraded yet, so I mean, I think I'm doing okay.
I think that is the hour.
Oh, there you go.
Come on in. Wouldn't you agree?
All right, I'm just mentally deficient, it seems. So yeah, now that that step is done, I believe what we do is we have to actually go back down to the Undercroft area. Let me kill some zombies so I can actually fucking upgrade my gun. If we come down here, what do we do again? Am I stupid? I might be stupid. I think the wall over here just opens up. Where is it? Oh yeah, it does. All right, so it's dragon, stag, void, and lion. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that I need to go pick up the dragon sword. Grab you. And instead of being an assuming shithead who thinks he can remember something, I'm gonna go back and actually read what the fuck that said and try and knock it down in the process. Okay, I have to do the inspect step in front of the statues. I forgot about that. But I need the fire incantation, which I did not think was gonna be this hard to find, but lo and behold, also thank you, Slide, for not activating. I do like how on this map, once you get the incantation, it just spawns a bunch of them around the map, so you can always like have some of them ready to use whenever you want. And I've run it by like 90 of these pillars and none of them have the fire one. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there you go. Link. Okay, I guess while I'm just doing nothing, I'll yap a little bit about other stuff. So in the 2 weeks that I've not uploaded, Hollow Knight Silksong finally came out after being in development for like 7 years. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last video, but because the release date was revealed when I made that video, I believe. But yeah, that game was not stuck in development hell. It was basically stuck in development heaven because the developers, Team Cherry, have like a fucking no concept of what overworking themselves is. And basically every feature that they wanted to add and everything that they wanted to add into the game, they tried to add into the game. And I'm probably going to end up killing these fucking... Do that, press this button.
You honor them by returning the salute.
Okay, that one's done.
Respect that the owl never saw fit to give them.
And then I'll do the line one next, I guess. Since its incantation is right here.
Like I wanted you as a lab partner anyway.
Oh, I thought that was gonna go further than it did. It did not. Am I crazy? That didn't work. Okay, well, why didn't that work? Oh, okay, I'll try the void one, I guess? No, that didn't work. Do I have to do the challenge after each one? Hold on, I might be stupid. I don't think this is a specific order you have to do these in, unless I'm wrong, and I don't know how to fucking read, which very much well might be the case, but... Well, I don't know why this step is not progressing. Oh, wait, it did work. What? Okay, I guess you have to do them in a certain order. That's weird. Or maybe I just didn't do it fully or something. I have no fucking idea. Grab you, and I have no armor. That's annoying. All right, well, hopefully I can get these two done before I actually have zombies spawn, because I have no armor, so. Inspect this. There you go. Put that there. Grab you. Grab this light one. Put you there. And then inspect this. Alright, that worked. Okay, maybe I just didn't do it all the way through. I have no idea. But yeah, with that done, the mystical orb will now spawn, and I can continue with the next step. Although I'm gonna get through this round because I don't feel like being jumped by fucking bugs. So, but yeah, other stuff I want to talk about. Elden Ring Night Rain, which is a game that I obviously play on this channel. If you've ever watched any of my videos, is getting a new major update in like 2 days, a day. I believe it's coming out on Thursday. So basically, they're adding a new difficulty called, I forget what it's called, but it's basically going to be just a harder version of the base game, because we have the harder Everdark bosses, but this is going to increase the difficulty of the run, generally speaking. And I believe now I'm on the step where you have to do the challenges, so I'm gonna grab this. Now that I have the orb, I should be able to do this.
There we go. A match made in utter nonsense. Medicine is always evolving. These might be commonplace one day.
Okay. Holy damage. But yeah, it's going to add a new difficulty to the game, which is really cool. And it's going to basically kind of work like a ranked mode in a way, in the sense that, you know, the more successful runs that you have, the more difficult the runs are going to get. And there's no, like, you can't pick the boss at the beginning of a run. It's random. And I think there's, was it 5 or 6 layers? And at the last 2 layers, I believe it's endless is what they said. So if it works the way that I think it's going to work, then that'll be really interesting. You know, I have beaten every Everdark boss. Some of them I didn't beat on camera, but that was either because the boss is shit and I didn't want to make a video on it, or I just happened to beat it while not recording. But most of them I did record. But yeah, if it is like an actual endless mode when you get into those deeper levels, then I'll be I'm surprised they didn't wait to add that in the DLC. That's supposed to come out at the end of whatever the year is. Oh my god, I can get max rank or max rarity thingamajig. I can't speak right now. It's like 3 in the morning. Yeah, that'll be cool to see. I'm curious to see like what they mean by like it's gonna be harder, whether it's just gonna be enemies do more damage and take less damage, or like what. But I also wonder what versions of the Everdark of the Night Lord bosses are going to be at the end of each run, whether it's going to be the Everdark version or just the normal version. I would hope it's the Everdark version, as much as I hate Everdark Libra and Noster, but I think for the most part, the Everdarks enhance the bosses in like a positive way. Also, for this challenge, you just have to run through these. It's very weird. Do that. Run through that. Run through that one. I think this is the only challenge where you don't actually have to kill anything, which is interesting. That one. That one.
Emerson's mouth would have been frothing at a chance of patting this.
Is that one done?
Getting Rick's offer to see the light was fruitless. The harder I tried, the more he receded into darkness.
Or actual writing, it's a miracle. I don't know if you need the swords for these challenges. I think that might have been the only one you actually didn't need the sword for. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the other challenges are just get kills, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, you do have to use the elemental incantation or the thingy. And I believe the next one is the stag sword. Is the pattern for the order for this set, or is it not? Because this guide has the exact same order that mine does. Never mind, I lied. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. Does it actually matter? I guess it doesn't matter because the thing completed. So, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I should do like a casual run of like a Souls game. It's been a while since I've played one. That might be a fun, relaxing thing to stream. I know relaxing in Souls is not synonymous with a lot of people, but for a really long time, the Souls games were like my comfy games that I just played when I didn't want to like think. Oh, I forgot, the weapon doesn't count. You have to actually get kills with the incantations. Is it done? I think it's done. Yeah, it is. Now the next one, according to my picture, is void, but according to this guide, is fire. But I guess it doesn't really matter because I did lion first, even though dragon was first on my thing. We're here, grab the raven sword and grab a void incantation. I love the idea of them retrofitting like your tactical grenade slot as like incantations to fit with the theme of this map. It's really cool. It does kind of suck that the incantations are just the elemental ammo types. But where does this go? Oh, it goes right here. Come over here and do this. Come over here and do that. And I don't have any armor, so this is slightly scary.
Still feels off. I don't like being sneaky. I should have warned you to stand clear, but this is impossible. You can't bottle the absence of life.
Alright, that one's done.
I know how hard it is fighting against your own darkness, but hope is not lost. Max armor. Yet. I wish that were the same for Victor.
Oh, he didn't say anything for the lightning one. That's odd. I don't know if it bugged out and I just didn't get the dialogue. Yes, the next one we have to do and the last one is the fire one. You know, I make videos so infrequently that I always am dumbfounded how difficult it is to speak and play video games at the same time. And is there a fire incantation around here somewhere that I can pick up? That would be neat. There it is. Yoink. I don't know why none of the ultimates are charged for these swords. It's very odd. I think the only one that I actually used was this fire one to light all those pyres, but whatever. Anyways, put this over here and do that. And let me train these zombies into a spot where I can do this. Wow, that is not a giant fireball like I thought it was going to be.
Good one, Elizabeth. I don't suppose anyone brought oven mitts?
Oh, that's done.
Grief is incomprehensibly powerful. The fires that took Richthofen's family turned him into a monster.
I totally missed out on the electric dialogue. That's annoying. Now that all those are done, I should be able to come over. Let me put this back and let me pick up this one, actually. Pick that up as well. Come this way. And I should be able to put the orb in here. Yes, we can ponder our orb now.
Doors, mysterious orbs, incantations. I've had just about enough of this mystical hogwash.
Oh, this is way cooler than anything you've ever had to actually do in your zombies career, Gray. Don't fucking lie. I don't know why I thought I was at the end of a round. Oh, double points at the end of the round. Let's see it. I was watching a video of Chrism playing Alpha Omega, and one, I need to like start playing BO4 for like real, so I can make videos and stuff with it. But also hello.
Good to go for castle extraction if y'all need to tap out.
You are always my favorite.
I love the idea that this guy is such a like an asshole that this message is the same no matter which son would have gotten here. Also, I know that the main audience for this game is primarily English-speaking Americans, but it would have been nice if he was like, I don't know, speaking fucking French. Okay, well, now that that is done, I believe we're good to go into the boss fight.
He cannot know what I am about to tell you. The way he speaks of Director Richtofen struck me as strange. On, let's just call it a hunch, I accessed Project Genesis' encrypted message logs. There have been multiple exchanges between Croft and the Director. While I cannot access the contents of their communiques, it is clear that Croft is not being entirely honest. I would advise you proceed with caution.
Ooh, juicy details. It's not like this map came out like 10 months ago. Ooh. What could this mean? But yeah, I believe we're good to go into the boss fight. Is there anything that I want to do? I don't think so. I'm actually not entirely sure what sword would be the best one to, you know, bring into the fight, although I don't think it's going to be necessary at all. Yeah, I guess I'll just get to the end of this round and jump into the boss fight. But before I do that, quickly speaking about Silk Song, you know, it finally came out, like I said earlier, going back to that really quick. I do want to play it. Again, the whole trying to get money for new PC parts means that even a $20 game might not be something that I would be able to immediately buy, but, you know, I also haven't beaten Hollow Knight. So I actually, like, before I play Silk Song ever, I want to beat Hollow Knight. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do, like, everything in that game, because there's some hard-ass fucking shit in that game if you want to get like the full, what is it, 112% or whatever it is. But yeah, before I even think about playing Silk Song, I do want to go through Hollow Knight and like, at least play most of that game. But if we come over here, I should be able to. No, is this not what I... Hold on. Oh yeah, there we go.
present.
I don't know why they made it these fucking keys. Do not grab me, you fuck. Now, I don't have tons of armor, which is slightly problematic, but it should be fine. I've seen how strong these guns are, but I don't think anything is going to be as strong as the shotguns. I think they nerfed the Olympia, actually. I don't know exactly what they did to it, but I do know that they nerfed it.
If you are still in one piece, so is the golem.
It is nice that they give you the incantations to use in this fight. Also, I will eventually, you know, doing this series slowly over time, knowing my upload schedule, but I will eventually do the Reckoning Easter egg, obviously, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Richtofen boss fight, just because that boss fight looks hard as shit and not in like a fun way. Well, let's just break all of his armor. Holy shit. Ow. You know, I'm tired of double clicking on my mouse. I'm going to turn on a setting. Where is it? Akimbo behavior. If you didn't even know about this, maybe this might be something you want to change, but you can actually make it so that when you just press the trigger, usually on controller or on mouse, you have to press both buttons to fire akimbo weapons, but you can actually change it so that you only have to press one button to fire both guns. Which, I won't lie, like spamming both triggers or both mouse buttons feels better to do, in my opinion, but like it just is just less strenuous on my fingies. And that's his first phase done. All right, cool. You'll love to see it.
You're still alive. Perhaps you will prove worthy of my name after all. Now the question you must answer is as simple as it is profound. Which is my greatest creation? The guardian of the amulet. Or you?
I totally forgot there was dialogue in this boss fight, but yeah, it's crazy how much the Avalon stuff was like going to be so important in this game, and then it just didn't go anywhere. I say important, I guess I'm mostly talking about Warzone, because the campaign for this game takes place mostly in Avalon, and you know, obviously the zombies stuff, you know, was it 2 of the maps take place in Avalon, so hello Doppelgast. Goodbye Doppelgast. But yeah, the pistols here are not doing super terribly, which is nice to see. Did they all die? No, they didn't.
Total destruction. The vanquish the golem.
I'm not showing off. I just want you to shut up.
I'm kind of a brainlet, so I have to like lock in whenever I have to shoot something for more than 3 seconds. So yeah, if there's like a bunch of awkward silence, I apologize. But like I said, I have like 3 collective brain cells. Can't you break his leg armor? I could have swore you could. Oh yeah, you can. That's how locked in I am. That's how locked in I am. I'm not even gonna say the name of the enemy. Holy armor breaking Batman. Isn't there like a calling card or like something that you get for beating this boss only using the sword? I wonder how viable that actually is. I don't think I would ever do that because I don't want to. Alright, that is the second phase done. And my voice cracked there. Almost 26, by the way.
Exceeded my expectations, but your stamina has limits. The guardian cannot die. In all likelihood, you will fall short. As you always have.
Thanks for the words of encouragement. Now, the arena has been getting smaller and smaller during this, and I believe this is the smallest that it's going to get. So there's not a ton of room to run around anymore, which is slightly unfortunate because I like to run around like a fucking gorilla. I've mentioned this before, but I really hope for BO7 zombies they don't drip feed the same content that was already in this game, like the perks and the ammo mods and everything. Hey, well, I didn't mean to melee kill that amalgam, but it worked out, I guess. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of room here. Ooh. And I just realized I never got my Perkaholic back, and I might die. Ooh. Yeah, the entire point of me putting that on was so that if I needed one in the boss fight, I could just pop it immediately, but I forgot to grab it because I have no brain. So, you know, that is slightly unfortunate. Okay, I don't know how that hit me, but we're going to pretend that that's how video games work in the year of our Lord 2025. Ow. He literally just kicked me in my mouth, you little shit. we have any armor breakers in chat? Or he's about to die anyway, so I mean, fucking whatever. But yeah, if we get fucking season 3, or we're bringing back fucking double tap and vulture raid, I'm gonna send somebody a strongly worded letter. Also, I can come over here and grab this now. Is it gonna be invisible in my hand? Yep. Also, I love how going through this entire Easter egg, craft is safe up until you finish the Easter egg, because writing. But yeah, there we go. We have my solo completion of the Citadel Easter egg. I'm very concerned about the next map that I have to do, which is the tomb. I might need to bust out the Maelstrom for that one, because I don't know if I have the confidence to do it with any other gun. I was going to do it in this video. It completely skips my mind, because like I said, I have a collective IQ of like 3, but I did want to talk about like what ending I think is canon for BO7, you know, in terms of the Reckoning. I think that's gonna wait until the next video, or until I play Reckoning, I guess. But yeah, I really hope, this is what I'll say about it now, I really hope that they do acknowledge one of the endings, and if they just completely avoid it because I guess it has no bearing on the story, which it would kind of make the whole involvement of Eddie and Samantha in Cold War and BO6 like not really matter. But I'm getting into stuff that I'm gonna save for that whole conversation. Oh, Olympia, gimme. Yeah, it was round 27. I beat that faster than I thought I would. I thought that was going to take me until at least like round 30. But even with my 3rd grade level IQ, I managed to somehow do that before then. So, you know what? I'll take that. I love you, Olympia. I wonder how bad they nerfed this thing.
That's what happens when you bring teamly close to a gunfight.
I mean, it still seems pretty good. Maybe it does less damage against bosses or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm rambling now. The next video won't be me immediately doing the tomb Easter egg, but it'll be sooner than, you know, the wait between Terminus and this video. Because I should probably do this at the very least before BO7 comes out. That might be wise to do. Go ahead and save and quit that shit. Yeah, this took me like almost 2 hours. Well, this is gonna be fun to edit, but yeah, at some point in the future, doing one of these Easter eggs, I will talk about the like my thoughts on the story and what I want to be canon in terms of the ending of this game. But oh, come on, I really want this camo. I thought I would have gotten it. I literally went up 1 level. That's upsetting. But yeah, if for whatever reason you enjoyed this video and my schizophrenic ramblings about shit nobody cares about, then leaving a like on this video and subscribing would be very much appreciated. I thought about streaming me doing Easter eggs just because it would be easier and I wouldn't have to edit it, but at this point I've done 3 of them as videos, so I might as well just do them as videos. But anyways, I'm gonna go edit this whatever it is, like 2 hours of footage, and slowly die before I have to go to work. So anyways, later.